maybe there. Okay.
Alright. You do the countdown and away we shall go.
Sweet.
So I'm stopped at 21.
Cool. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's turn to ban.
So we're here with Tongfu versus Fnatic, game number 2. Game 1 was pretty exciting. Hopefully we'll see something kind of similar, but maybe a little bit closer from Fnatic and Tongfu. Maybe Fnatic will draft something a little bit stronger, maybe something more aggressive or more defensive, kind of decide what they want to do and stick with it. We'll see in the drafting and the laning phase if they don't make the same mistakes as they did last time. Wisp being banned by Tongfu and Darkseer and Alchemist being banned by Fnatic. They're kind of scared of that late game carry from Tongfu. Maybe deciding to go for a early push strat. They don't want to deal with the acid spray or the Lothar's edge on the Alchemist.
5 seconds.
So
Well, there's the Iron Shell as well from the Darkseer. So maybe we could see the classic push lineup from Fnatic.
OD being banned by Tongfu. Again, they've obviously had encounters of, well, bad encounters of OD in their childhood. Having nightmares about OD. And Nike's being picked up by Fnatic. Batrider and...
Batrider got through the first few bans.
Batrider and Nyx Assassin? Let's see.
Yeah, did they pick up the Nyx?
Two strong heroes from Tongfu are very possible. Very scary as well. The Batrider is a really nice way to deal with the Nyx. Goes through the Lasso goes through the Rage, which is obviously the magic immunity. It's one of the few spells in the game that do that.
Well, Batrider's always going to be a good pick against any lineup because he can just take out a carry or a key person in the team fight just with his blink lasso. So very handy.
It's pretty cool that he's still being picked even after he was nerfed with the 1000 vision at night time.
Yeah, definitely. Like the vision was helpful. Like he was just really strong about 4 or 5 months ago. But now he's sort of situational pick. But he still seems to get picked up in the first 2 if he's not banned. So.
And Tongfu picking up the Visage, they decide that they don't want the Nyx Assassin. They're going to completely ignore the hero, which is it's pretty cool, I guess. It means that if Fnatic decide to do an aggressive tri-lane, they have to be wary of dealing any damage at all to the enemy carry, because Visage can just use that Soul Assumption, just deals tremendous amounts of damage, even at level 1.
And it's such a short cooldown too.
It's such a short cooldown. It's like 4 seconds or something.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 seconds. My Dota knowledge showing wonders. So
yeah, it's genius.
Genius. Chen picked up by Fnatic. Again, no. Tongfu picked it up last time.
Yeah,
Chen
picked up last time. Yep.
Chen picked up by Fnatic. This looks like a complete opposite almost draft, apart from the Batrider and maybe the Visage. And
5 seconds.
well, maybe half the draft.
Fnatic took Tongfu's draft from last game. We can say that.
Fnatic clearly liked Tongfu's draft last game.
Yeah, well, that was more like how Fnatic usually play. So Fnatic were all sorts in that first game. Let's hopefully it looks like they're going back to their comfort zone for this game. So that's always what you want to do. You want to be in your comfort zone when you're playing.
There's no need to play differently to how you've been practicing, especially in a big tournament like this one. TI3, you know, so much money on the line.
Yeah, definitely. It's the biggest esports single event of prize money ever. Like, this is TI3 has been the biggest one that there's ever been. There has been like a lot of money in other games, but not in one tournament. So this is pretty big steps for Dota 2.
Dindy is the biggest earner for esports in the world as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
he deserves it.
He's a bigger earner than that of Jadong or Boxer from StarCraft. He's earned more than any StarCraft 2 player or any Warcraft 3 player. He's earned more than the Counter-Strike players. He's a big earner. He's a big deal now. Well, I mean, not that he wasn't before, but
5 seconds.
Well, now he's the big deal with money, so there you
he
go.
doesn't even have to work anymore. He's just made
Just
his
play Dota
living
2.
out of video games.
The dream.
It's pretty cool. And Gyro picked up by Tongfu. They pick up the Gyro again. Probably Hao's going to be running on that again. I'm curious to know what they're going to put on King J. Maybe the Batrider. I know that he likes to play that from time to time.
I think the bat goes mid this game. I think Moo might get him.
Moo might get him. Okay.
Maybe. But you can see the ban outs as well. They've been doing their homework. Like in the group stages, DK and Vengeful Spirit were Fnatic's go-to heroes. Venge was used to counter the bat. So the bat would go in, lasso someone, and Venge would swap that person who got lassoed. And then that's the end of the lasso. It just cancels it out. So
The negative armor is so strong as well.
yeah, for the early push with the Chen, it was pretty hard to go up against. So smart banning out from Tongfu, and it looks like Fnatic's also banned out counters to Lifestealer, the Razor and Weaver.
The Vengeful Spirit's also very squishy, which makes him quite weak against the Gyrocopter if they're deciding to run an aggressive tri-lane, which is probably not because they have a Chen, but
Yeah, they usually safe lane it.
the Gyrocopter is just very strong against squishy heroes like Vengeful Spirit. Even having said that, they decide to ban it out, and Weaver banned by Fnatic, and let's see their third pick here. It might be another core.
Yeah, it could definitely be the
10 seconds.
The Venomancer picked up.
we haven't seen many Veno pick up supports lately, so guess what he brings to the game is a little different.
Good for the early push. Deals with the Gyrocopter flat cannon. It's good against Visage with the low movement speed in the first place. And Storm Spirit picked up by Tongfu. So this is going to be a jungling Batrider. He's going to be looking at maybe a 10-minute Blink Dagger, trying to be aggressive at around the 12-minute mark with the Storm Spirit. So
Yep.
Tongfu have a real idea in mind about what they want to be doing with their timings. The Storm Spirit, very interesting, and Puck picked up by Fnatic. Fnatic need to smash their lanes to win this game. They have
Definitely.
one carrier on the lifestealer. They're going to be needing an offlane or a jungler at this point, depending on whether they want to sack the offlane or run with it.
Well, Nature's Prophet's still available, so they might go to that.
We'll see if it's going to be banned out or not on the fifth pick.
I don't think they should ban it, because Storm Spirit's a pretty big counter towards Nature's Prophet in the early game. So we'll see how it goes. Tongfu's got to really get in your face lineup and cause a lot of trouble. Like all those 4 heroes do massive amounts of damage early game. So Fnatic have to really play this well early.
I'd love to see a Clockwork from Fnatic at this point.
Yeah, that'd be
Clockwork
love.
is so strong against Gyrocopter, so strong against the Visage, and it's quite nice to counter-initiate against the Batrider as well, and the Storm Spirit. You can run them wherever you want, although they'll probably just run them offlane just because that's what they need in their lineup at this point. But Tongfu getting their last pickup, they decide to pick up the Bane, which makes the Clockwork quite weak. All they need to do is Nightmare the Clockwork after he uses his cogs, and Clockwork doesn't stand a chance. So
Well, yeah, into the Gyrocopter Rocket Barrage. Like, that's deadly combo.
And the Rocket Barrage doesn't have an animation either, so the battery assault from Clockwork means that the Gyrocopter can still cast his nuke through that. So maybe not.
Oh, we'll see what they pick here. It'll almost be... You can see that Tongfu bans out the Bounty Hunter in their 5th ban. He would, because he's pretty good against all those squishy heroes, he would do massive amounts of damage in the mid game. And then... Well, there it is. Called it.
Too good, man. Too good.
Yeah.
Have you watched this before or something?
No, I haven't. I just know Rat Dota is only Dota.
Only Red Dota, only Dota. Totally. I completely agree. Controversy, man. Okay, so on I'll do Fnatic this time. So on Fnatic, you got Hani on Puck. You've got Fly on the Venomancer, Trixie on the Nature's Prophet again, and
Prepare for battle.
you've got Era on the Lifestealer and Notail on the Chen.
Yeah, and on Tongfu's side, we got Hao playing with the Gyrocopter again. Moo has got the Storm Spirit, King J on that Batrider, so you called that, well done. We got Sanchen on the Visage and Banana on the Bane.
I haven't seen Banana play many heroes other than Chen and
Chen.
Enchantress, so I'm interested to know how he's going to do in this game. He's pulled his team a lot. All he's sitting on is Tangos, Clarity, and one Iron Branch. So playing very selflessly this game as a support. It's probably what you need in a team. It's selfless support, and they get their wards down.
30
I
seconds
think
to
it got
battle.
spotted out.
Yeah, I think it did too. Like, No Tail was in vision of the person who placed it, so like they should know where it is. This How's being a little aggressive here. He's on his own.
Well, they already have vision of that area, so the only way he can get picked off really is level 1 smoke, which is a possibility, but he decides to take the risk and doesn't really get anything from it, but he's just showing that
The battle begins.
he is the man who deserves. He's the one and only Gyrocopter. He's gonna sit in your lane and take all your farm.
Yep.
Era hitting, just body blocking here. Decides to slow him after he gets Grave Shield, and Venomots are coming up from the back. He misses the body block and he just gets away.
Yeah, if he was able to stall long enough for that Veno to get in, that level 1 Gale is probably the best skill in the game.
Grave Shield being skilled by Sanshing as well, so there's no nuke really coming out apart from the Rocket Barrage. Fly
beautiful
taking a
block
ton
from
of
Banana.
damage, and he's just going to get taken down by How getting the last hit. And
That haste rune on Banana played really well, just blocked the Veno, so he took the full Rocket Barrage.
Tongfu is sitting pretty, so let's see how our lanes are doing apart from the bottom lane now. So King J sitting 2-1, and Trixie sitting 1-1, so it's
I
a bit
think
of a wash.
Batrider wins this one. I think Batrider should win.
Batrider
1-1.
should win, but it just depends on how Trixie plays it out with his little minion creeps, the little treants. King J getting a whole heap of stacks on him, getting one right click, which deals about 100 damage. It's pretty insane, really. And in the middle lane, 6-0 for Hardy and 7-0 for Moo. You really want to see the Puck dominating this lane against the Storm Spirit, being a range hero against the Storm Spirit with nice nuke, nice ability to dodge his right clicks. Honey should really smash this lane if he plays it correctly. Misses a phase shift there from the static discharge, the overload, I should say.
Yep. It's always interesting, like, Storm Spirit will still get farm out of the lane, but the Puck should generally outzone him because he's got longer range. And he's got that phase shift.
Longer range, phase shift, and more nuke damage, making him a superior mid hero. But as soon as Storm
We
Spirit
may see a
hits level
gank,
6, you'll
from
see
the
gank.
Chen with the Troll Trap on Moo. Moo could be in trouble here. Out goes the trap. Honey right clicks, Chen right clicks. I think this is Moo's death. Down he goes.
Falls down. This
So-
is looking like trouble for Tongfu.
Yeah, good win from Puck there.
Momentum-based hero like Storm Spirit can't afford to die that early in the game. Trixie sitting by the tower. He's done a really good job of making the creep wave sit next to him, so King J can't just stack the sticky napalms on him, and then Firefly sitting with his early boots. So probably the reason why King J got these boots so early in the game, so he can just force
Outzone the Prophet. Yeah.
the Prophet to leave the lane. But he's done such a nice job of keeping the creep wave near to him, near to the tower.
Yeah.
So
We
he
got
can
another
sit in the
smoke
lane.
gank from Fnatic with the Troll Trap on mid. Veno's there this time as well with the Gale. Level 1, he hasn't taken one bit of experience yet. Oh, Moo, he knows something's up.
I was about to say, it's looking really unfortunate for the Storm Spirit here, but he gets away.
Yeah, escapes that gank. I want to point out as well, at the start of the game, there was a Rev Ward put down near the Radiant big camp on the far left, which blocked the camp. So that's why No Tail was in the enemy jungle, because he had to rotate. His camps were all blocked by all the wards. You can see the other observer wards blocking all his other camps, so he had no camps to farm from. So that's why he rotated into the dire jungle.
I think, I'm not sure if it was worth it for them, even though, well, actually it probably was, because now they're just dominating this aggressive tri-lane now.
Yeah,
Era-
Era's got nothing.
Era has 2 last hits. He's just getting absolutely slaughtered in this lane. They're gonna push their luck with this creep wave here. They find him in the jungle. They slow him, and we're gonna see a rocket barrage maybe after the rage pops. No, the rage popped a little bit late, and he just falls down. My
Storm
goodness!
Spirit.
And Puck gets a kill on Storm Spirit. Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it looks like the rune was bottom. Storm Spirit was going for it, and this Chen was nearby with the Centaur Stomp.
Tongfu finding, Fnatic finding the trade for their lifestealer, taking down the Storm Spirit once again, and Nike's just coming straight back into the lane, trying to get experience, trying to get his farm. But let's see if Tongfu will just allow this. They probably won't. Mu coming back into lane.
This is just really good strategy out by Tongfu. Like, Lifesteal is one of the harder heroes, farming heroes to come back on, just because he doesn't have a quick farming ability.
We're probably going to see some action at the top lane, sorry. The Batrider's just hit level 6. They're probably going to be looking to do something with this early level 6 from KingJ. I wouldn't bet on Trixie surviving for the next 2 minutes into this game. He's probably going to take a fall pretty soon.
Yeah. Once he gets level 6, he might. I don't know if he'll rotate in. Well, Chen needs the jungle, so he'll have to stay up top.
He has 320 mana. It's well enough to use the Firefly combo, but instead he decides to Firefly on the neutral creeps and take farm. Maybe going for that earlier Blink Dagger. It's probably a good choice.
Yep, definitely. Well, he's got 1,000 gold saved up, so we are definitely looking at that 10-minute Blink Dagger that you're talking about in the draft. So it looks like Moo's stacking the little creep camp. Extra farm with that Static Remnant.
Going for level 2 and Electric Vortex, and he misses the stack there, so
He
wasting
hit it at 52.
You need to really be pulling at about 54 seconds for that easy camp. He should really know that, being a player of his caliber, but you know, maybe he's just worried about missing the rune and decides to rotate earlier instead. Misses the stack, but that's okay.
Well, he's going back to stack again. Like, I don't know. He's just afraid of Fnatic supports. He doesn't know where they are. So, because there's no more wards in the Radiant jungle, he's just scared.
Yeah, Tongfu
he's not level
deciding
6.
to put all their wards on this bottom lane here, trying to really stick it to this defensive tri-lane. Well, I guess you can call it a tri-lane now from Fnatic. And Howell getting open wounded and slowed by the Gale. He's probably going to take a fall really quickly. He falls down, and the Dream Coil. Oh goodness, 3-4 from Tongfu. This is a huge win for Fnatic here. They're probably not going to get Tongfu aren't even going to get a trade here. Mu running back to base, trying to get his level 6. He can't do anything when his team gets jumped on like that.
7 minutes in as a mid solo, and he's not even level 6. He's been really shut down this game. And Hani, you notice as well, he's put more points into Waning Rift again. So looks like these pucks are definitely out there for the more silence time.
I just find it really interesting that players do that even before they have their Blink Dagger. Quite often you don't want to even be close to the enemy team when you don't have that ability to get away or initiate.
Yeah, definitely.
So
bottom tower has fallen.
You can see Storm Spirit's picked up his level 6 now in mid.
Picked up his level 6. Let's see what it will do for him. He has the 1 level in Overload.
So Fnatic pushing tier 2 at bottom.
Usually you like to get more levels of the Overload when you're versing a range hero in middle, but yeah, the tier 2 taking a little bit of damage at bot lane.
Fnatic retreat. They're not ready to fight that.
These Venomancer wards just dealing a little bit of damage, chipping away at the tower, going down to 900 HP, and the catapult still hitting the tower. And how?
A lot of damage early on that tower, only 8 minutes in, it's already at half health.
How at the top lane finally hitting his level 6. It took him so long to get these levels.
They
might be able to counter initiate now.
That's what you sacrifice in the aggressive try, the levels, the experience. But he has rotated top, because he can't be bottom anymore.
Indeed. There is no way he can sit in that lane.
Yeah, when King J's in the jungle.
He really needed those levels. Fnatic Fnatic did a great job of realizing Tongfu's weakness in their lanes, kind of arriving with an invis rune on the Venomancer, catching catching Tongfu by surprise, even though they had the ward down. They didn't spot out Venomancer just because he had the invis ward.
Well, yeah, definitely. They didn't have a ward on the rune at the time, so it was a complete surprise.
Just unfortunate there for Tongfu, getting caught off guard.
Well, you can see now the blink dagger and smoke picked up by Batrider. He's keen to get a kill.
9 minutes 20. The average time for a blink dagger is around 13-14 minutes, so he's done a really good job here, getting this blink dagger really early. He'll be able to get a pick off on Honey if he's lucky. You don't really want to show your blink dagger otherwise.
Honey's he's probably pretty quick on the trigger finger with that phase shift, so, and he's got haste going towards top. Looks like he's just.
And Tongfu also rotating top. We might see some action here.
Reveals the smoke.
Reveals the smoke and he backs off, and the blink comes out. Phase shift and silence. My goodness, Honey pulling out the big plays here with this haste rune.
Yeah, very good escape. You can just see there, like, Puck is the hero, the playmaker. You know, he can get out of any situation.
I'm just gonna change my camera speed once again.
That's fine. You can see the Tongfu. They're down on kills. They're down on the towers. But their CS is just massive amounts in front of Fnatic.
Just gonna have a look at the goal graph. So Fnatic's sitting ahead by about 600. I would have thought it would have been more, but no, it's not. It's actually
see an initiation at bottom. Lifestealer going on King J.
King J.
Oh, died to Infest. Beautiful.
Taking a fall. That's so unfortunate for him. And the rocket, the cooldown getting dropped. And Era taking a fall. I'm not sure if this is a good trade for Fnatic. They're probably going to get the tower denied. Unless they completely get denied. So
Fnatic get that map control.
They do get the map control. They get the Roshan tower. That tower for the Dire is so nice to TP2 and just be there for the Roshan attempt, but they still have that middle T2, and that's the Dire advantage for the Roshan. Banana sitting there alone, probably pretty scared right now. He doesn't even have boots, sitting on 315 MS. Just running back. Don't hurt me, please, says Banana.
Yeah,
looks like
he's just saying, just give me level 6.
Just give me level 6, please. Stop being so mean to me, you bullies. Fnatic runs down with no vision, very manly.
And you see Fnatic is smoked up, so
it looks like he's going to be okay. Rejoining with his team. Banana running back into safety. It's like a horror movie for Banana. He's having a nightmare or something. So Fnatic deciding to push down the tower, realizing that Tongfu are way out of position to take it, so Tongfu rotating middle, trying to get a trade for this instead of taking the fight top, which I think is a good choice. Even though the Infest is down, the Dream Coil is up. We might be able to see we might see a deep end. Rage gets popped up, Bane takes the last hit on the tower, and they all just back off. Towers, all those TPs wasted. They could have gone for the T2 at top and abused the Dream Coil and the Infest with the Nature's Prophet's ultimate, the Wrath of Nature. But instead they back off and lose a lot of momentum that they could have had there.
Yeah, definitely. I think pushing on that tier 2, knocking on the door, would have been a great idea. Like, their push lineup is really good with the Treants, Veno wards, and you've got Gen creeps. So, and then you've got the danger out of the Puck Lifestealer. So I believe they should have kept pushing.
And that bottom tower falls for Fnatic as well. That's a huge loss for Fnatic here. They should have really continued with the push or gone for the bottom lane and sent a few middle as well. Just spam out the creep wave with their nukes. They have the Wrath of Nature up. They have the abilities from Puck up. All they needed to do was nuke the creep wave and go for their own, go for farm for themselves rather than try and stop the enemy from farming.
We see Lifestealer heading towards bottom. Storm Spirit's down there. He's got full mana and ulti, so he should be okay.
He's going for the Orchid this game.
Yep, good idea against Puck and Lifestealer.
Yeah, the Lifestealer is going to be fearful, very fearful of the Storm Spirit, and he just goes away and TP's out.
TP's while the Ball of Lightning's going on, so that's a little trippy, but
seems like a safe thing to do, which is usually a good thing.
Yep.
It's usually good to play safe, especially when you have so much farm sent your way.
Well, yeah, you can just see now as well, like goal graphs at 0-0 and Fnatic have taken more towers, got more kills. It just shows like the last hits of Tongfu are really on top.
It might be that, and the decision making of Fnatic. They're deciding to. They're making. I'm not sure if I could call them the incorrect decisions, but they're making certainly interesting decisions with their rotations of their farmers deciding to waste a little bit of time. But that might be correct. I'm not entirely sure. They're good. They're a good team. So.
Well, yeah, high pressure situations, TI3, all the money's on the line. Your decisions are going to be a little bit different to your normal. So they have an early game lineup, but so do Tongfu. Tongfu drafted really well.
Yeah, they might be scared of the cooldown as well. Does so much damage when you don't expect it to be there. And Trixie looking a little scared. Yeah, TP's out. Just fearful of the familiars being able
See
to
this
scout.
smoke gank from Fnatic invested. Hani has got his blink dagger.
This is looking scary for Tongfu. If it gets
Mood
scouted
didn't
out,
reveal him.
then... And Banana sitting there to the side with his ultimate, and the Infest comes out. Hal sitting there, he uses his BKB. Era taking a ton of damage. The mechanism comes out. Hand of God, and the ultimate from Banana. Is he going to get stopped? And the coil gets cooled down. And, oh goodness, Gyrocopter taking a fall, and Trixie getting a double kill. Moo dealing damage, and Batrider so slow with the Gale and the open wounds. Moo running down, getting a kill on the Venomancer, and Hani running away slowly, will he get away? He has his blink. Moo running away.
Oh, the trap!
Oh goodness, I thought Hani was going to fall there, but I didn't realize that all of Tongfu were already dead.
Yeah, it was a great initiation by the Puck Lifestealer combo. They were able to force out the early BKB from Gyro, so by the time Gyro's team got there, he was without a BKB and he just fell
And
to the...
15-second BKB charge as well. It's
Mm.
looking bad for
Dire's top
Tongfu.
tower is under attack.
Yep, very well played. You can see,
Dire's top tower has
yeah, they're
fallen.
trying to give as much gold to the Lifesteal as possible. The quicker he gets that armlet up, the quicker they can keep pressuring Tongfu.
Sitting on 48 CS, he's had such a rough time. It's really nice for him to be able to finally have some room, farm in the enemy jungle, and also while Trixie's farming the Radiant jungle, so they're farming the entire map right now. Fnatic are looking to get really far ahead in this game if it continues going like this. Let's have a look at the gold graph. Yeah, it's gone up to 3k advantage for Fnatic.
Yeah,
from
that last
0-0.
fight was big.
Huge amounts of farm going their way. And this Venomancer
Another
ward.
smoke
Oh, Hani getting a huge silence and just getting popped really fast by Moo with the ball lightning. Is that a level 2? Yeah, a level 2 ball lightning dealing tons of damage.
Mm.
Well, we see a blink from the Batrider. We get a grave chill and sent home. By no
Yeah,
doubt.
it's good plague ward dropped so that they couldn't chase through. Very smart.
Good positional play there by Fnatic.
Yeah, Honey, he had to know, like, there's no one on the map. You can't just walk down rivers like that if you don't know where they are. So he just really wanted that invis rune, you know?
Invis runes look pretty tasty.
Mm.
For a puck with a Nyx on your team. They could even abuse it right now if they wanted. He didn't. Oh, he did pop it.
Well, he didn't actually make it. Like, he didn't get there. He died before he could pick it up.
Oh, Storm Spirit has it. Right.
Yep. So maybe we could see some aggression from Tongfu soon.
They're taking Eris finally taking this ancient stack that's been there almost the entire game. They stacked it about 10 minutes ago. It's been stacked for about 10 minutes. They decided to finally take it, which is pretty nice. And Bane ulti on Hani. He gets taken down so fast. Moo getting out and the Shadow Blade up on Trixie, so he runs away.
Yeah, very well played by Tongfu. Bane was sitting behind the Storm Spirit out of vision. Puck thought he could get an easy pick off on the Storm Spirit with Nature's Prophet, but Bane says no. Banana says no.
Banana says no. No soup for you, says Banana. And Trixie, doing some really annoying plague wards around the map, giving them vision and also doing counter warding with them. Really making use of these plague wards. Take a lot to kind of take down there. 450 HP. You can't use any magical damage on them, so it takes a lot of right clicks to kill them. Especially if you're like
Radiant's
a
top
Storm Spirit
tower has been denied.
or a Bat Rider or a Bane, and the top tower gets denied by error here. All 4 heroes from Tongfu just sitting there wishing that they could have forced the issue a bit earlier, but instead they all just kind of sit there wondering, what do we do now? We'll see what they're going to do in a bit. They decide to farm the jungle for a little bit longer. And
it was a weird rotation. Like they didn't have smoke up, and they kind of wasted a lot of farm time.
And
so
Hani coming in with the Nyx. They're all smoked up here, apart from the Chen creeps, so maybe it got spotted out by that ward there. I probably did.
Well, they see the plague ward go down because of that ward.
They see the plague ward go down as well. Yeah, that's correct. So Banana putting down a sentry ward in the middle lane. They'll probably spot out anything that comes by there, unless they run to the side and they have no vision of it. Because you know, the sentry ward just doesn't give much vision. You don't see smoked heroes on the minimap. So
yeah, well, Fnatic just back out, TPing, Prophet TPing bottom.
They realise they've been spotted out, and their lanes are being pushed out. Oh, and action middle, Moo gets taken down really quickly.
Yeah. There's that. There it looks like Hani BT'd in because he's got boots of travels, and had the lifesteal of Infest Bomb. So Storm Spirit's got to be careful of that.
That's just harsh.
Yep. Well, Fnatic really like to abuse the boots of travel. They always if they can go boots of travel in the game, they will.
It's pretty strong, especially in this game. No matter where Storm Spirit is, they can just TP to the creep wave before the one that Mu is in, and then blink and silence and fest, and then all of a sudden it's like about 1,500 damage of magic. So
yeah, definitely. Well, it looks like we got a push here.
Bat Rider looking to kidnap one of the heroes from Fnatic, just sitting there on the high ground, waiting to Firefly, and he's looking to babysit the heroes from Fnatic, but Fnatic just back off, and they don't want to be treated like children, so they're deciding to farm. Maybe get a pick off on these familiars, and
this could be a bad fight for Fnatic. There's a Orchid up on Storm Spirit. If he can Orchid the Lifestealer before Rage, it's a dead Lifestealer.
And a nice second BKB charge on how. Really interested to see how they're going to get all of this damage out.
Well, it's definitely a back and forth game at the moment. It's anyone's game. There's no clear winner so far.
Well, things are looking scary for Fnatic right now. It's just they don't have the vision advantage at the moment. There are wards everywhere for apart from this little area on the Dire jungle.
Yep.
That's all the vision that they have on the map. So if Tongfu were really on their game, they would be countering these wards immediately. They know that Fnatic have been running through their jungle and potentially putting wards up, so I think this is a mistake by Tongfu here.
Well, yeah, it looks like Fnatic aren't interested in any fighting at the moment, though. Oh, Storm Spirit again.
Storm Spirit getting taken down by this BOT Hani with the Era and Fist Bomb.
Yeah, he's just not seeing it. That's 3 deaths now to that combo. So, gotta be careful there, Moo.
And Trixie just backing off a little. Pushing out bot lane. See if he gets these last hits with these treants. He gets one, he misses the second, and he gets the third one. Nice.
Well, Nature's Prophet now he's starting to become that farming monster. You've got Shadowblade. He's working his way towards Sheepstick or mind blank. Well, Sheep anyway.
I would quite like to see a 4-star from him even. I really like it.
I think he'll go into the Sheep first though. So But
a strong pickup against the Storm Spirit, a strong pickup against the Bane. Another way to disable heroes with channeling abilities. So it's always strong.
yeah, we'll see what he decides to go. It's still quite a ways till he has some money. You can see, looks like Tongfu are preparing for a Roche attempt. They've got Rev wards down, wards up.
If they get this Roshan, Hao will be sitting really close to this butterfly that he's going for. So things are going from bad to worse for Fnatic here. Move, just right-clicking Roshan. They've got the Medallion of Courage sitting on him. Armor is reduced by 6, so it just falls so quickly. And the Treant's coming in a little too late. Maybe. And
goes the Prophet
ultimate.
And
the Storm
looks
Spirit
like, yeah,
picks up
Mood
the
picks it up.
Aegis. I'm not sure if Fnatic could have taken that fight anyway, but if they had have gotten that puck ulti, if they had have gotten that waning rift, it could have looked really bad for Tongfu. They take the risk and it pays off for them. They get the Roshan. So, and this butterfly looking closer and closer.
I don't think Fnatic will be able to afford an MKB anytime soon, so that butterfly pick up this early in the game will be brilliant. For Tongfu, this gyrocopter is starting to become pretty hard to deal with.
Lifestealer deciding exactly the same thing as you, picking up the Sange, maybe going for that Heaven's Halberd, waiting for the BKB to run out from the Gyro, and then just casting that on him and disarming him instead of kind of dealing with him straight on.
We'll see how it goes. I don't think... I don't know, I don't really like Sergeant Yasha that much. I think he should have been trying to go either AC or MKB. I like the tier 1 items.
Maybe. I like the AC or the Heart.
Yeah, definitely get a bit tankier, because you do enough damage with the armlet. And the more you're alive, the more scary it is for the other team. So.
And Lifestealer getting a free TP with Hani saying, taxi please, and Hani complying, using his Invis rune, teleporting to the bottom of the map, and all of a sudden, this rotation from Hani is so fast just because he has the Boots of Travel and the Blink Dagger, and his ability to just kind of travel the map really quickly, looking for pickoffs, and little does he know, Tongfu is sitting as 5.
Yeah, this could be bad. They might try to jump Hao if they see him.
Being a little patient here, they know that they have the Invis rune, they don't have to rush things. They see Hao, and they go on it. Hao just taking a ton of damage, and the ultimate from Banana, and Hao sitting on 182 HP, and the blink ultimate from Batrider. This is looking awful for Fnatic. Storm Spirit jumping on Fnatic, jumping on Notail, and
Era with the callback from Chen.
Era getting away.
So there's only 2 deaths at the end of all that. Trixie was able to get out. Pushing top
lane, but being a complete nuisance to Tongfu here.
Definitely could have gone a lot worse for Fnatic in that fight.
The gold graph still looking in the favour of Fnatic, but it seems to be trending towards Tongfu at the moment. 2.5k in advantage to Fnatic.
This Nature's Prophet's keeping them in the game at the moment.
The experience graph about even, and Era just running down bot lane, feeling pretty secure. Safe in his ability to farm and stay alive. Even if they go on him, he can pop his rage and TP out, depending on whether the Orchid comes out from the Storm Spirit.
He's gone race car build as well. He's got the phase boots drums, so he's pretty. He's only going to get killed if all 5 of them go.
Do you think it's going to be a Sandra Yasha? Or a Halberd?
I feel like he needs more damage. Like he's not going to be able to deal enough damage quick enough to the gyro. And with the BKB, you're not going to be able to get the halberd off. The fight's going to be over by the time you get to that point. So
it is an 8-second BKB, so it is a long time for that halberd to be a useless item, useless farm. I'm not sure though. Maybe he'll pick up this Sandra Yasha. The extra movement speed, the extra attack speed's always good.
So you can see Nature's Prophet still just being a nuisance, just farming all over the map. He's big close to his...
Tongfu picking up Fly, and they just kidnap him, say, I want to steal you and take you into my van. Sanching running back, yeah, just kind of harassing with the birds, getting some stuns, and Trixie just immediately teleports top and does some counter pushing. Tongfu were taking a big risk there. They didn't actually have a buyback on How. Sitting on level 16. Is that a? They have it now, I believe, but before they didn't. Sitting on. He was sitting on 1k gold.
I think he still has. He's got buyback now, so he's pretty much like you're not going to be able to gain anything out of fights at the moment from Fnatic. It's just Tongfu in a very commanding position at the moment.
See if we'll get a TP to the top lane. Trixie pressuring Rax like a true nature's prophet.
Well, this Hani's waiting around for someone to TP back, so like they've wasted a lot of time. Like
things could get interesting here, and no, Hani's just sitting. It was a good pick-off there, pick-off chance for them on How, but they decided to go on it.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to kill him because of the BKB. He can just BKB after the buck goes in, and he's got the butterfly for the next. So. And
the Bad Rider and the Storm Spirit both have TPs to be ready to TP back and support this the Gyrocopter. So.
Yep, definitely. I wonder what this Bane's saving up for. He's got 2,000 gold. Banana, the silent defender. They're taking massive ancient stack at Dire Ancients. There's at least like 1,500 gold there.
Moo. 4k gold, I'm wondering what he's going to buy. He gets his BKB, he gets it immediately.
Yeah, smart idea. This team fight from Tongfu is starting to look really scary. If I was, Fnatic, I don't know. I think they're trying to take it super late with the Nature's Prophet and Nanks, but I don't know if Tongfu's going to put them.
About the buybacks for Tongfu, the only chance that, well, I mean, not the only chance, but a big chance for Fnatic to kind of pressure a Rax is to pick off one or two heroes, and know that the enemy heroes aren't up for another 15, 20 seconds after the fight started. So I think Tongfu, maybe it might be a good idea for them to farm a little more, get their buybacks, and then maybe look to make something happen. Play it really safe. Meanwhile, Era does pick up that Sundered Yasha, so he's finished the YYF race car build. As you said, you called it, man. You called it.
One quick nakes. Well, it just didn't make sense to go Halberd against the BKB Gyro. You need damage. Like, I bet he's regretting his decision of not going MKB. So
it's so hard to know what the pace of the game is going to be, though.
Definitely.
That early. So he picks up that instead. Once you've committed to something, there's no point in changing it because it's just going to slow you down too much. You're
definitely.
going to end up with nothing instead. So
you can't just leave the inventory with a solo Sanj.
He commits to this build, which I think is quite nice. Fly sitting on Mana Boots and not much HP. Hani sitting on not much HP either. I'm just worried about this HP pull from all of Fnatic here. They need to have their positioning perfect to take a fight.
If No Tail gets picked off, they lose the heal and the mech, so he's a pretty key hero. Like, it looks like they only have 900 health, but with both of those they have around 1,500. But if he gets picked off, then it's going to be big trouble.
The Hand of God giving him 300 HP, and also the Mechanism giving 250 HP and 2 armor. So the EHP probably is a lot higher. That's right. The EHP probably sitting at around maybe 1,500, as you said, maybe 2k, depending on the type of damage. If it's physical damage, then your HP is quite a lot higher than it actually appears to be.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can see the Scythe of Ice now. That's what it was called. Wow. Scythe of Ice picked up by a Nature's Prophet. So maybe if they can get a sheep off on Gyro before BKB, or even Moo, then their team fight's going to definitely go their way.
It's pretty easy to do if Tongfu aren't on point with their sentry wards and their invis detection. Even though he has this butterfly, if he gets sheep, it actually stops the evasion. So it's pretty strong against a butterfly hero. Instead of picking up the MKB, you know what? We'll just make him a sheep and down that way. So definitely strong pick up by Fnatic here.
It looks like Puck might try to build towards the sheep as well. So, ooh, Moo leapt there to try to go for the deny, but couldn't make it in time. Easy tower for Fnatic there.
I'm just going to have a look at the gold graph now. So, sitting at 0.
Ooh.
Tongfu just kind of losing grip on this game. And the experience going towards Tongfu heavily. 4k an advantage to them. So this is looking really bad. Things are going kind of worse and worse. Fnatic looking to make something happen. Trixie sitting in there with the Nyx inside of him. They know that the Roshan is coming up pretty soon. Fnatic have their items up, their core items. The YYF race car build has been finished. Blink Dagger is up on Hani. They have the mechanism on Shen. All of the core items have been set up by Fnatic. All they need is just maybe, yeah, they have the sheep stick on Furion as well, and the buyback. So it's
the smoke from Tongfu. They want it. They know Fnatic's down here because of the wards. So this could be a fight.
Could be a fight indeed, and Hani comes in, gets a huge Dream Coil. All of the HP from Tongfu is falling, and the flat cannon coming out from Hao dealing tons of damage. He immediately gets sheep, which stops the evasion. Lifestealer hitting him, getting a miss chance just because he stopped using his sheep, and the ultimate from Banana going down on Era. He falls so quickly. Trixie to hitting everyone. And Puck deciding not to go back in. Storm Spirit gets a huge buyback, flies from the well. And my goodness, everyone buying back.
Yeah, there's so many buybacks just then. Fnatic had a great start to that team fight, but with the buybacks coming out from Tongfu, I'd say that ended up even, or even in their favour, because now Roche is on their side.
And no Puck ulti anymore. No Dream Coil, which is the main difference between this fight and last fight. Tongfu really have this ability to fight whenever they want to, apart from maybe the ultimate from Bane and the ultimate from Batrider, and Trixie coming in, sheeps Banana immediately, is right clicking him, and the cooldown from Hao comes down, Era taking a ton of damage, taking the fall, Shen falling as well. Is the Venomancer, no, he just runs out, earns himself, just sits around, Hao running around looking for a fight. Trixie takes down Bane finally, and Sansheng is gonna... he takes a fall before resummoning his birds. And now things looking in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, they were able to just wipe out that's the problem with Tongfu's lineup. They have really low health on all their heroes except for on the Gyrocopter now, but all their other heroes are very weak. So Fnatic coming on top.
And their positioning wasn't quite spot on as well. Trixie really doing a good job of getting in between the carries and the supports. Just immediately sheeping out the Bane, hitting him a whole bunch of times, and then taking out the Visage straight after. Doing a really good job of kind of isolating the team of Tongfu and getting all this damage out. Because at the end of the day, if you don't deal the damage, you're not going to take anyone down. You've got to make something happen. So Tongfu just not able to deal the damage.
Yeah, well, the initiations from Hani and Lifestealer, or Hani and Era, with the Infest Bomb has just been brilliant. Like the last two Roche Pit fights, the Storm Spirit's barely had time to do anything. He just gets taken out by Lifestealer really early.
Nyx running down, looking for some farm in their jungle, but Chen already taken half of the jungle. Running down to the lane, deciding to farm the lane instead. Chen saying, okay, if you're going to farm the lane, I'm going to go farm the jungles for a bit longer.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now if Tongfu just say, hey, we don't really want to fight for the next 10-15 minutes until Roshan's back up, so let's just farm.
I'm so surprised that the fight went that way, considering they had such a good advantage in hero abilities and items and usefulness. BKB on Storm Spirit, BKB on Gyrocopter, a Satanic on him, Butterfly on him. I'm surprised that it went that way, but...
Well, just the positioning, like you said before, the Nature's Prophet. He just positioned himself perfectly for those fights.
Just putting himself as an anchor in the middle of the fight, really putting himself in harm's way, but not getting punished for it at all. Bane not being able to disable him just because he's in a sheep form, so...
Yeah, he was able to get sleep off, but Puck was then able to come and cancel out the ulti. So we could see some action here from Fnatic. They got smoke, haste, gem on Sheep now as well on the Puck. So Fnatic really starting to show why they're one of the top Western teams in the world.
Moo looking around, seeing that the jungle's been kind of farmed out a little, saying, who's been farming this? Who's been farming this? And then he sees the Furion at the bottom lane, pushing out the bot lane.
Talking about Furion, he's getting really big. He's got that MKB now, so they have the ability to go through Gyrocopter's butterfly.
Trixie doing an aggressive TP there, maybe looking to pick off a support, but deciding against it, running back bot lane and using his ulti to push out the top lane as well. So, you know, Tongfu can't really leave their base now. Fnatic can farm everywhere they want to. They've got all of the lanes pushed out. If they farm by themselves and get picked off, it could be game for Tongfu. So
yeah, well, and Tongfu knows like they can't get picked off. If like it's getting to that point of the game where they start getting picked off, and then Raxes are going to fall. So playing very careful.
I wonder what the next item for Trixie is going to be here. He's got this MKB, he's got this mini stun, so if Bane decides to target anyone other than him, then he can get a mini stun proc on Bane. And
he might need to go BKB at some point. I don't know. Because what if they'd start to focus him? Because he is getting quite big now. So might be worth picking up the BKB.
Yeah, BKB is always a strong pickup, especially when you're worried about getting a ton of magical damage your way.
And that's what Tongfu's team is, like apart from the gyro, everyone else is magic damage.
And the BOT bot lane with Hani and the Lifestealer inside him. Lifestealer asking for the taxi again, and Hani saying, you know, I am a taxi. I am the best taxi.
Yeah, with the invis.
Can't even see him. That's how fast he is being a taxi. So running around. Level 16, he's got exactly what he needs: the sheep stick, the blink dagger, the boots of travel, and the gem of true sight. Being a walking sentry ward at this point.
I was just getting some deja vu from that earlier fight where he jumped and they tried to jump on the gyrocopter and lost badly. This could be the same thing.
This time they have the sheep sticks though, so they take down Hal. No, they don't. Hal's sitting at the back of the fight with the Satanic, getting all his HP back, and Storm Spirit taking down Puck. The ulti goes down on Furion. Era getting taken down really fast. No tail, trying to TP away, gets away, and Trixie shadowblading and TPing out. So that looked okay for Fnatic at the start of the fight, but Hal just getting away with the tiny bit of HP and using his Satanic to get all his HP back. So
that's always the risky thing about jumping on someone with Satanic. If you don't kill them, then they're just going to come back at you full health with those Satanic charges.
Yeah, that is at 100%, 175% lifesteal for 3.5 seconds. It's huge amounts of lifesteal.
I think, yeah, the Prophet was able to escape. Like he lost his Aegis, but he was able to Shadowblade and get out after that. So luckily he didn't have to buy back. You can see Tongfu pressuring the Radiant tier 2 tower in mid lane. It looks like they're going to get it.
And yeah, it goes down to the Storm Spirit, getting a little bit more farm, getting a little bit more gold and experience just from the kills and from the tower kills. And all of these treants.
Just army. Let's go to his little village going on.
Oh, he just lets them go.
I want to point out as well in that last fight, the Bat Rider ulti and the Bane ulti were getting used at the same time on the Lifestealer. They really didn't want Nakes to do anything in that fight.
Oh, so the Bane ulti was on the Nakes?
Yeah, it was on the Nakes, and so was the Bat Rider ulti, so it was a little bit of a misplay.
Did the Bane ulti get cancelled by Furion? Because I didn't see that quite.
I don't know exactly if it got cancelled. I think they both ran their course through the Nakes' rage, but they had enough damage, like the flat cannon just dealt heaps of amount of damage at this point in the game.
In my opinion, like, this Bane ulti, every time it has to go on the Furion. 100%.
On the Furion.
It has to go on the Furion. Just because he has that ability to TP behind him and then just get the mini bash, and it's just so annoying for the Bane. He's
Well, I
gonna,
think the legendary King J also agrees with you. Like he jumped on the next. So
yeah, he's probably realized that he's the one to deal with the next. He has the ability to pop that BKB from afar and also get out. He can just kind of just run away with this Nyx sitting behind him, and the Bane doesn't have the ability to run away, so he has to kind of cast it on a hero that wants to be a little bit further forward, which is kind of like the Furion sitting behind the team fight, trying to take off pick off supports, which is what he's been doing a really good job of. Bane really needs to be more careful with his ultimate.
Well, the fight ended up going their way, like they did earlier on in the game. Fnatic just overextending, not having their full 5 team there at the beginning of the fight, and yeah, Tongfu all of a sudden bringing the game back. 4,000 gold after that fight. They took back off Fnatic, so it's those little victories that you take out of those things to get you towards the win at the end of the game.
Gyrocopter sitting on 520 last hits, 44 minutes into the game. That is a lot more than 10 last hits every 10 last hits every minute.
He's got Daedalus now as well.
He's going to be full on items soon. It's
Yeah.
actually a problem when you get a carry that's this able to farm, but is full on items, because...
Well, he's going to have to sell that Ring of Aquila soon.
He's going to sell the Ring of Aquila, and he's going to have full items, and his team is going to be thinking, well, you know, if this Gyro keeps on taking farm and not actually getting anything out of it, he's going to be a detriment to their team. So we'll see how they decide to play this with their farm. Are they going to share it? Are they going to keep farming the Gyrocopter even after he's level 25, even after he's got full items?
Well, yeah, there's not really a lot more you can shoot. Like, the more flak cannon damage that he can do, the better. Like, that's where their damage is coming from at the moment in the fights. So, yeah, we'll see what his next item is. I don't know what he might go. Might go MKB. We'll see soon. Trixie's got an ultimate orb now, so... looks like he might be building into what goes with an ultimate orb. Maybe he wants right click damage. Yeah, he could be going Skadi.
I know that Trixie really likes building Skadi on, and Fnatic are a big fan of Skadi. Hani gets it all the time on his Shadow Fiend, and Trixie likes to get it on his Furion sometimes. So, you know, might be a Skadi, just getting a little bit more HP, trying to survive the team fights and survive all the abilities that Tongfu have to throw at them. But it could be a Lincoln Sphere as well to deal with the channeling abilities from...
Yeah, true. It just depends how he wants to go, because there's always Manta as well for more split push. Like, he's got his 2 waves of trees, and then he's got Manta illusions as well. Like, you can do a lot of damage to those tier 3 towers.
I think I prefer the Skadi pickup, personally.
Definitely. They need to man fight in the fights, and Skadi's a good choice.
The lineup from Tongfu has so many abilities at this point. They can just pop a Grave Chill on him if they want, and just waste that Lincoln Spear charge. So
it looks like Hao's just gonna take down the big man.
Fly deciding not to take the fight in the Roche Pit, which is probably a good idea considering the positioning of Tongfu. They're sitting, the Batrider sitting to the right, Banana sitting to the left, and the Visage sitting all the way to the right over there, kind of split up so that the Puck can't get the initiation. They can't get the Venomous Gale off the Poison Nova, and just great positioning there by Tongfu, managing to get the Aegis, and they get the cheese as well on the Gyro.
It's the advantage of being on Dire, you know, that Roche kill is a lot easier. So yeah, I just want to mention real quick as well. Look at this ward down in the mid lane. Like, it looks like Tongfu placed it there. Yeah, they might have been looking for smokes from Fnatic, like around Roche time. So pretty in-depth thinking there from Tongfu.
It's a pretty cool ward. I'm surprised that they put it down though, considering that they're, you know, they seem to have been able to been having to play so defensively in their base.
I think remember when they got the tier 2 in mid, they put it down then. So they put it down when they pressured that, or when they got that tier 2 tower. So
and
it's just those little plays.
Little plays to make the game. That's right. It's a whole bunch of little plays. People say, it was a team fight and it was a mistake at the end of the game that cost them the game. But no, it's a whole bunch
Nah.
of little players put together
Yeah,
to make a game.
It's building up to that point. So Gyrocopter got the cheese, and you've got the Aegis on Mu. He's actually got his Scythe of Ice now as well, so he's starting to become a big threat. Oh, look.
BKB.
Oh, our friend Banana. Picks up an item.
Doesn't even have upgraded boots. He just goes straight for the BKB.
Well, now he gets a full channel on the ult, so very good idea. We got smoke from Tongfu. Does Fnatic accept the bait?
He can even BKB through the silence, so even if Puck initiates on him, unless he takes a heap of damage from the Infest, if he gets his BKB off, the Infest does no damage and he can get his full ulti on somebody like the Puck, which is a pretty good pick-off. If he can take down the Puck before he's able to get away and before he's able to, you know, maybe reinitiate with this combo again. Moo coming in, picking up Era, sheeping him immediately. Is there going to be another sheep on him? He gets picked off straight away, and Moo just jumping out with his ball lightning.
76 seconds, 70 seconds on the last jet. He's going to have to buy back.
And Moo almost wants to be killed right now because he'll get his full mana back. Saying, "Come at me, bro!" Hitting the tower. Lifestealer buying back, and they all just run away. Sitting there, deciding if they want to actually force the issue here. They realize that only the bottom tower is being pushed. Trixie isn't sitting there though. He's sitting in the base. They're actually going to try and fight this. So Moo running uphill. Health running uphill. Can Fnatic fight this? This is the question.
Well, they're smoked up. We'll see what
Muscati
happens.
picked up by Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, see if it works out for him. If it
Is
was a good
Batrider
pickup or
going to
not.
kidnap someone? Batrider kidnapping the Venomancer, pulling him back. Moo running an Era, getting ulti by Bane. Sanching sitting back. Fnatic, sorry, Hani running back, running away from the birds, getting nuked really hard, sitting on 380 HP, blinking away. The BKB hasn't been used by Hal, so he can just right click run. Moo running and getting a stun on Shen. Wow.
How's just a monster in these fights.
Fnatic
Like,
deciding, you know what, that was a terrible idea. I'm going to teleport bottom and do what I should have been doing 5 minutes ago, which is trying to take bottom ranks and trade. Force Tongfu to
back.
defend rather than fight.
That's a good plan. That they should have been doing that. Puck probably could have stayed there as well. Like, they were never going to defend that Rax, so better to trade than to feed. And now look, it looks like thrones happening. There's no
such a good
buyback on
taxi
lifesteal
ability,
there.
That's right, with the Puck.
And
Tongfu looking to take the turn right now. It's going to be, maybe it's 51 minutes. It's a long game.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Back and
It was an
forth.
interesting game, back and forth. Yeah, we'll look at the goal graph at the end.
by Trixie. Oh
Yep.
man.
Fnatic just
Fnatic. Yeah.
outplayed in the late game there. The Gyrocopter got way too big. Unfortunately, the Lifestealer got behind at the start of the game and just couldn't find his way back into it.
There isn't a game 3.
Nope.
Tongfu taking it 2-0 to Fnatic. Fnatic looking a lot stronger in the second game, having a stronger draft, having a stronger plan, but not able to seal the deal, which is a bit unfortunate for them. But congrats to Tongfu for making it through that round.
Yeah, well, they knocked Fnatic down into the lower bracket. Fnatic were doing. They had such a good run through the group stages, so very big win there from Tongfu, and hopefully they can keep up their form.
And anyway, I am the theeviltwig, giving you a cast with Tondors. I hope you guys enjoyed. So I'll catch you guys at the next cast.
All right, there you go.
That was pretty boss.
That was really fun. Like, wow. Like, what have I been doing with my life? Wow, that is so, like, it's so much more interesting
To
like,
cast it then.
cast it than watching it. Like, wow.